Welcome back, everybody, to another Welcome to the J podcast. I am your host, Jahenns Manigat, aka Canadian Red Bull. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I hope that you're ready to get your summer started. I certainly am. Today, we have our 19th guest on the podcast, someone that I've been anticipating having on here for quite some time now. He's originally from Slovenia. He attended Impact Academy in Sarasota, Florida. He averaged 11.9 points and 8.1 rebounds as a sophomore. 13.5 points and 6.9 rebounds as a junior the following year and decided to opt out of his senior season and went pro. He finalized his Blue Jay career with 800 points, 483 rebounds, 55 blocks, and 56 steals. He has since played in the NBA Summer League in Spain and Poland and Slovenia. He is the pride of Slovenia and a future teammate of mine for the Omaha Blue Crew in the TB3. Martin Krampelj is in the building. Welcome to the J, bro.
That's one hell of a introduction right there, man. Good job.
Hey,
Thank you. I'm glad to
I
be
have to
here.
give flowers to everybody when they show up, man. You know how much we
Yeah,
love the
yeah.
J. I got to give you your flowers while you're here. How you doing?
I'm good. Just been working out.
Oh, I know. We actually had a couple of workouts together so far since we've been back in Omaha, but it's been good to see you. It's good to finally have you in the J with me, man. I've been waiting for this all year, so let's get into it. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Obviously, growing up in or I almost said Lithuania. I still got Lithuania on the brain, being that I just played there this past year. But growing up in Slovenia, I know that Europe soccer is the number one sport. So when did you realize that basketball was going to be the thing for you, the thing that you're going to be really good at?
Probably like around when I was like 10 years old. I had my two cousins, doing stuff, playing soccer, playing basketball. We were
Mhm.
doing all kinds of sports, and then we realized we are kind of tall for soccer already. So
Yeah.
all three of us switched to basketball, and I
Mhm.
kind of stick with it all the way.
Do you still play soccer from time to time? How did growing up playing soccer kind of help you with basketball?
I do play soccer. It helps your endurance. It helps your agility. So, and plus, if you're having fun, that's just a plus for you. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. How much did you know about college basketball before, obviously, you went to Sarasota for your last year of high school? How much did you know about college basketball? How in tune were you, and did you understand really what you were getting yourself into?
I did not know much about college. I knew Duke
Mhm.
and I knew Kentucky. That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
So I realized that's a lot more than that. It's only 300 and something teams in Division One,
Mhm.
and then I started to realize this is a big deal. And then, watching it closely, the March Madness was, one of the things I really wanted to make one day and to play there.
Mhm.
So it was just not much that I knew about NCAA at all.
What about high school? How did you get the opportunity to go down to Impact Academy?
Uh, my friend recommended me to, do the ACT test first,
Mhm.
because I didn't want to spend another year in Slovenia and, might be playing pro and then you can't go to college. So I decided to go to a prep school in Sarasota. They offered me like a little scholarship deal. They said they're gonna invite some Division One coaches, and Creighton came in and offered me the deal. So I
Mhm.
was very happy to visit Omaha for the first time. Saw the exhibition game, and I just loved it right right from the start.
What other schools were kind of recruiting you? Did you know that you were going to go to Creighton right away, or were you kind of like, jumbling between a couple of different schools?
That everything like pretty much happened in the first week I was in the USA. I was still jet lagged and everything. You know how that
Yeah,
goes.
yeah.
So I'm getting all this mail from all kinds of schools, and
Hmm.
like Creighton was just the first to offer me official visit and then offer me a full scholarship. So once the other teams saw that I'm pretty much interested just in Creighton, they kind of
Hmm.
like not stop recruiting, but I will still get in the mail after like even after I was at Creighton already, which is kind of crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, I got some. I was in talks with West Virginia, Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, those kind of schools. So
Yeah.
yeah, it really boosted my confidence at the time. So, but
Was it crazy for you? We just had a podcast with Gregory, and he left to go to prep school when he was like 14, 15 years old. You obviously went a little bit when you were a little bit older, a little bit more mature, but was it crazy for you to realize you're like 16, 17 years old, you're leaving Europe, going to the States, and this whole new world is open up to you at such a young age? Was it difficult for you to kind of get adjusted to, or were you able to pick up on it right away?
well, I did not speak English very well when I came. I still have some problems time to times, but I did not know where I'm going.
Uh,
I had no clue what's there for me.
yeah.
I had no clue what I want, where I'm even gonna end up. So me and my dad bought the round trip ticket for a week, and if we
Mhm.
like it, I'm staying.
We're
He's
gonna
going
stay.
back, and if I don't like it, I'm coming right back with him. So
Yeah.
that was the main thing at the first week, and I really loved it. So yeah, it's
Could you imagine where your life would be
man.
right now if you just took that round trip ticket to Haiki?
We were both scared from from the plane and all that, and jet lag,
Mhm.
didn't know, like they put us in some hotel room, so we go and buy a chicken for the first meal we got into the USA.
Mhm.
And they're like, usually you buy chopped up chicken, right? And
Yeah.
that thing was a whole chicken, so we had to tear it apart because we didn't have any
Yeah. You
forks
went
and
to
knives.
Walmart, didn't you? You got that rotisserie
Yes.
chicken? Yep.
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. So that was
Yeah.
our first experience together.
Father and son Walmart trip, rotisserie chicken. Got it.
Yep,
Easy
yep,
money. Your first couple of years playing at CU, you were a part of a team that it was one of my favorite teams to watch. I talked about this numerous times on the podcast already with JP, with WAP, with Marcus Foster, with Kyrie. And you were part of that
yeah.
rotation too. How crazy, how much fun was it to be a part of that team? Because I could tell you how much like fun it was just watching from the outside looking in, but I can only imagine how competitive those practices were. So talk to me about those first couple of years and competing for spots, playing on such a good team and kind of learning how college basketball really is.
Yeah, I mean, first year it was really hard for me. Obviously, I didn't really speak
Mhm.
good English here, so it was just hard to communicate. Plus, it's everything in school is in English, and I had to learn like literally from the beginning.
Mhm.
So having problem with that, I you know played basketball, and that's basically what I wanted to mainly do there. But I realized that if I can't do school, then I'm not going to be playing ball either.
Yeah.
But as far as practices, it at the beginning it was tough, just to get used to the rhythm, the pace, and everything,
Mhm.
and the discipline you need to learn first year. I mean, as soon as you pick up, the sooner you realize it's not just about you; it's about the whole team, about the coaches and everyone around you.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was a real battle between pretty much everyone on the court for the minutes, for exposure that we all wanted, and obviously 10 to 12 players. We were all really, really good friends outside the court, but on the court we were just going after each other, and
Mhm.
it'd be yelling, screaming, fighting, everything on the court. But as soon as we stepped into the locker room, we'd all be like laughing about it and stuff. So
All right. So how competitive were those practices? What did you learn from battling with those big guys inside, from the summer workouts, from every day in practice that taught you just the competitive nature of how college basketball really was?
yeah, I mean, I pretty much realized that at 19 years old, I was way too skinny to battle with Zach Hansen and Justin Patton down low. I mean, Justin
Yeah.
was just such a long wingspan, long legs, and Zach was just the beast, the big boy. And I was just trying to be there. I got
Yeah.
yelled at a lot of times, but I worked through it, got
Mhm.
stronger, and did my best. So
after those guys left, you finally had the breakout season that, when I first saw you working out, I had envisioned this. So you finally got the chance to get on the floor for regular minutes, and you let that be known. I said the numbers at the top of the show. How good did it feel for you to finally just get not only just the regular reps, but to see all that hard work from basically 2 years of learning the system, learning the game, learning how to play, uh, and then finally it's you that's out there on the court that getting buckets, getting all those block shots, being a difference maker in the Blue Jay lineup.
Yeah, I mean, I came all the way from Europe, obviously. So it was, first year was obviously try and get back and, get to know everything and everybody and try to get used to the system that we had at Creighton. And it was just a relief, putting all that hard work in and finally Justin's gone. I'll have my minutes now. So, yeah, it was fun to be on the court. It was always my wish to, be on a starting five too. So I really looked forward to that too.
I always find it that it's like timing has so much to do with how good a player is, how much he can really show. And like you just said, like that spot opened up for you and you're able to flourish. Was there ever a point where you were just like, man, like this is not really working out the way that I thought, and I basically left home to come and do this?
Yeah, I mean, it was basketball part was pretty easy. I knew I'm gonna figure it out either way because I loved basketball so much. It was it was more like the language barrier that was kind of like in between basketball and me, like practices and stuff like that. Like Coach Mack would say one thing and I would understand it differently, and
Right.
obviously 5 minutes later I get yelled at for the same thing. And then after like 5 times I got yelled at the end of the practice, I go and ask the guys, what did he say? Like
Yeah.
this, he said this and this and this. Then the next practice, it was good. The next practice.
Right.
Yeah.
How did it take a really long time for real for you to just get acclimated to, some of the terminology? I'm assuming was
Yeah.
part of the language barrier.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in English, you have a lot of phrases that don't make sense, but when not, I
Give
mean,
me
at
one.
least
I
to
want to
me,
hear one of them. What did you hear that you were just like, man, this makes no sense to me?
I can't put up with you. Like, straight up.
Oh man, I can only imagine. Like I guess I kind of understand a little bit because I go through that playing in Europe too, but just thinking about it the other way, like a European coming to America, like that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
That next year you played just as well, if not better. Your scoring went up. And people, again, like I said, the fans just really got a chance to see like your full package. But I have a question to ask you. As a pro now, what are some of the things that you can do after a couple of years of playing pro that you couldn't do back when you were in college?
Just I guess just like I'm doing pretty much the same thing. The teams are using me to guard little guys and uh, switch on ball screens and
Mhm.
shoot threes just the same as at Creighton. So yeah, not much has changed. I like the way like I played at Creighton, so I'm trying to
Mhm.
keep it up like that too.
Mhm.
Just try to raise the percentage of 3-pointers, try to play smarter, obviously with more experience, and then just stay on the court, stay healthy, and yeah, that's it.
What has been the biggest difference for you as a pro and as a collegiate athlete? What are some of the things that you notice that, college does that the pros don't do, or something that the pros do that college definitely never does?
I mean, at Creighton, we pretty much had every possible resource, right? You know
Mhm.
that when you go play
That's
in
true.
Europe, you don't have all the foam rollers and all the guns for massaging and stuff.
Mhm.
So just the part for like recovery, like we had this pool where you can run in. Ice is always available. I mean, it's not that it's not there, but it's just, you know, I guess I got used to it too much in 4 years, you know, to expect everything wherever I go. But
Yeah.
it was pretty much, you know, pretty much the same, but in different ways, you know.
I remember my first practice in Romania. I forgot to bring my own towel to the gym, and I got
Uh,
definitely ridiculed for that. I was just like, "What? You guys don't have a manager that's gonna get me a towel so I can shower after
right.
practice?" But no, you're right. It's like there's some of the things that you just grow so accustomed to that they try to make sure it's so easy for you in college. When you get back to the pro game, especially in Europe, it's like they're looking at me all crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they kind of spoil us at Creighton.
Just a little bit, right? As much as we
Yes,
hate to admit it, I guess it is really
right.
true. Obviously, you're back in Omaha now. I mentioned at the top too that you're going to be my teammate for TBT. It's one of the questions that we were asked actually from our TBT handle on Twitter. They said we got to get some TBT talk in there. So how excited are you
Yeah.
to kind of play with some of the alumni and get a chance to play that college style of basketball once again?
Man, that's a dream come true, man. With the guys that are on the wall in the championship center, who wouldn't want to play with them, man? You guys are legends of Creighton. You guys make Creighton where it is. So it's like
Uh,
I can't wait to, you know, be a part of something, you know, that's connected
mhm.
with Creighton. Like obviously we never played with each other, but I'm still excited to, you know, just share the court, share the, you know, the same passion of basketball that we have, and can't wait to represent Creighton.
It's so weird, like you said, like we've never played together, but we both come basically from the same school of teaching, which is like that Coach Mac ideology of everybody share the
Yeah, yeah.
ball, equal opportunity offense. So I'm very much looking forward to that too. One of the guys I'm very much looking forward to play with is Justin Carter. Justin Carter's like a big brother to me. He's been on the podcast before. I played so many pickup games with him, one-on-one and stuff like that. But like this is actually going to be a real competitive environment. So I'm just looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be so much fun. Uh, Another question from Book the Wood Fox on Twitter. He's asking you, what do you know about the current Euro Jays? How will they fit in this year? What advice do you have for them? Basically, since you had a similar leap after the first part of your Creighton career.
If I'm not mistaken, there's two of them, right? A Lithuanian
Yeah,
and Georgian. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I kind of talked to them the other day when I joined them at practice. They are pretty much, you know, happy to be here. You know, I was just trying to tell them to, even though they both got hurt in a 1 week span, they need to still, you know, do their school, do their
Mhm,
basketball stuff, but at the same time, you need to enjoy. You're 18 years old, you are 19 years old, whatever. Like you have to enjoy every day that you get, you know, because there's no coming back. You can always come back after injury and all that, but
mhm,
it's not every day is for granted. So I just kind of try to like tell them to, you know, be present, be respectful, be accountable to the teammates, because
mhm,
that's sometimes that's not the case in Europe. You know, they come and go, but here you're gonna stick with the same group with your group for 4 years. So
mhm.
they,
You had a chance after that redshirt year to play a senior year, your redshirt senior year, but you chose to forego that and begin your pro career. I'm always interested when guys choose to leave a little earlier than they have to, what goes into that decision-making process. So for you to decide that, what were you thinking about? What were some of the decisions that were mulling in your head? Like, okay, should I stay? Should I go?
yeah, I mean, there was a lot of reasons why I left. I mean, and there was a lot of reasons why I should stay too. The
Mhm.
thing was like I was already 1 year older than every normal other senior, so
Yeah.
you know, coming from Europe, that kind of, you know, just puts you on the side. But yeah, I was ready to graduate. I got my degree. I'm very thankful for Creighton, you know, to be part of my life, and said thanks to them and looked for the opportunity. I had a good shot at, you know, summer league, like you mentioned earlier. I went to like 7 or 8 workouts for the NBA teams, and that was just another dream come true for me. So yeah, it was a hard decision, but at the same time, it was time to move forward, basically.
Uh, you just mentioned some of the summer league workouts with different teams. What was that experience like? What teams, did you have a chance to work out for? Do you remember some of the notable players that you worked out with, and how did that experience turn out for you?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I worked out. Let's start from here. I worked out for Oklahoma, Pacers, Detroit, Clippers, Lakers, Utah. So those were the main teams I worked out for, and yeah, there was a lot of guys that now are really really good in the NBA also. But the workouts were pretty much shooting 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3 with like some kind of advantage.
Yeah.
And they would like measure you and everything, up and down, and so that was the most, the slowest part of it. But like, and then the workout was only like an hour 15 altogether. So you have an hour to basically show them what you learned in your life about basketball and everything, and they evaluate you. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, sometimes it's just, and you can have a bad day just like you can have a good day, right? So yeah. I had most of them were pretty good, but sometimes just the matchup you don't like, or you came off the plane the night before and it's just harder. But some names would be Bowman, Carson Edwards. I think it was the dude from the UCLA, the guy that had the chin down that his teammate corrected it. The meme, you know who
Yeah,
I'm talking about?
I think is it Jackson Hayes? Did he go to UCLA? No.
No. He's in OKC now, right now. But yeah, whatever. So he's like, he was, yeah, I remembered him working out with him. So
I don't know. Jackson Hayes went to
yeah.
No, I'm tripping. You're right. No, I mean, how stressful was it? Like you just said, you literally have an hour to show him everything that you know, show him all your skills, show him your basketball IQ. How stressful was it going into workouts like that? Because I know, like, especially with agents and stuff like that, the way that my agent is, if I'm messing up in one game, he's on me about it like immediately. So how stressful was it going into some of these workouts?
I mean, it was, Creighton prepared me pretty well, just give me the confidence and, the boost I needed. So I really went there, relaxed. You literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So that's not that hard, but you still gotta, perform and show them what you can do. And it was a little stressful couple first workouts, but like when you get used to, the role, you just roll with it. So
I definitely got to ask you this. What was your favorite place to play in the Big East that wasn't in Omaha?
Marquette.
Yeah? And why is that?
Yeah, the last year I was there, we beat them. They were top 10, and we beat them at their home. That's I think that was my last year when Sam Hauser beat us at the last second.
At the buzzer.
That was in Omaha.
With Andrew Rousey, the point guard too, was on that team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So then we went to Marquette and won against them that same year. So that was most enjoyable. And Marquette has a big arena using Milwaukee's arena, and Providence was always loud too, if you will, and Nova. Really, all the Big East places.
All of them.
You can't hear each other on 6 feet, man. Like you got to get closer and tell what you want to tell, because they're not gonna hear you. So pretty much, yeah, everywhere was everywhere that was packed. I didn't experience the COVID regulations and restrictions like these guys now. They be yelling, and they really don't have to. So you can hear them on TVs too. Yeah.
I was just about to ask you about this weird year that we just had as pros as well. We just went through a COVID year where in most places in Europe, they didn't allow fans at all. We were actually kind of blessed to be able to have a start and a finish of most of the seasons. How crazy of a year was it for you as a pro with all these different COVID restrictions that was, enforced obviously to keep our safety, but also to allow all these games to happen?
Yeah, I played in Poland. I played against Jeffrey Grosel in September.
Big Jeff.
Yep, yep. But the regulations were, yeah, it was different every week, you know. Like just one time we can be using the gym, this next week you can't even, you know, go out of your room, you know. And the
Yeah.
testing is all the time and stuff like that. So it was just kind of annoying to, you know, experience that, but I guess we all had to adapt just like other people that are not playing basketball. So it was part of our lives, part of our careers, and hopefully it's done now.
Couple more questions for you. When you come back to the States, this is actually one of my favorite questions to ask everybody who plays pro. When you come back to the States, what's your first meal that you couldn't have in Europe?
Oh, I went for Chipotle.
Okay, all right. I think that might have
Yeah.
been the first time that I heard Chipotle. Everybody's been saying Chick-fil-A.
Oh no, I'm not a big
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A fan. I'd rather go to
yeah.
Chipotle. Yep, yep. So that was my first meal with two of my friends here. I landed and
Mhm.
we went straight to Chipotle. So
Nice. Your favorite place to play in Europe so far?
uh Andorra.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yep.
it's gotta be Spain. I know you played at home,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
gotta be Spain, no?
Yeah. It is Spain. It was cool. My first actual pro game was against Real Madrid, and obviously we lost by a lot, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
still good experience, you know. And we played at Real Madrid, and the place was packed too, so it
yeah.
was a real good experience to, you know, kind of have the EuroLeague type of environment having.
Mhm. That is the very first game. I mean, there's not much more than you
Yeah.
can ask for that. The EuroLeague environments are absolutely awesome. And then last question for you. While you were at Creighton, who was the assistant coach, would you say that really helped you out the most in the development of your game? And give him a shout out right now, because I like to give flowers to everybody.
Yeah, Coach Lutz, definitely. He recruited me.
Hmm.
He brought me there. He helped me for the first 2 or 3 years that he was there, and then Coach Huss. Now, you know, he's really developed himself as a coach, and
Hmm.
really, he's a really good person too. So both of those, you know, coaches have really helped me with my career at Creighton. You know, just to care about my well-being, and you know, it was, if it was a time to, you know, turn on somebody uh, about something, you know, it would be those two coaches, and I would go to them and ask them if I didn't know anything. So
Good. Martin, thank you so much. I
yes,
appreciate you
thank you,
stepping
man.
into the J with me, man. We finally knocked it out. We've been waiting for this for a long time. I appreciate you. I guess, I mean, we're going to work out together tomorrow morning. So, any last words that you want to say to the Creighton fans before we get out of here?
Well, I didn't have a chance to, you know, be on senior night and having all those that speeches that everyone had. But I really wanted to thank everybody from the top to the bottom. I know those guys. I watch it every year. I listen it every year. They have really good speeches. I don't know if I could get that through, but I'd probably either start shaking or crying, something. But
Mhm.
I'm really thankful to, you know, everyone at Creighton, everyone in Omaha that, you know, is very supportive, and I really enjoyed my 4 years in Omaha. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, brother. We get another
Yes,
chance to
thank
rep
you.
Omaha and Creighton in a couple of weeks, I guess, already for the
Yeah,
TBT. So everybody make sure you look out for that. We have Josh Jones as our head coach. That's going to be
yeah.
certainly interesting, an alumni of the podcast and alumni of Creighton University as well. So thank you again, Martin.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank
you.
you.
Everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Field of 68 Media Network, so when you can get podcasts and different information such as this from different various hosts representing their different alma maters. My name is Jahenns Manigat. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Martin. And until next time, everybody stay safe and go Jays.
Yes, sir.